Hello. Thank you. I've been away for so long and I haven't made a video, so I thought I'd make one. It's been a minute. Today's topic is on how Indiana is where I'm staying right now. Anybody from here, anybody born and raised here, these comments are not really towards you, it's towards the system and how everything is. Really, per se, it's like it's not really, don't you take it personal, you know what I'm saying? If it doesn't apply, you should let it fly. But if it applies, the system obviously got a hold to you as well. And I'm saying that to say, so I'm pregnant. I'm 20 weeks. I just found out today I'll be having a boy. Yay. I'm really excited. I always wanted a child for a long time. Me and my husband, he was my boyfriend for over 7 years, on and off. But on and off, we still were messing around with each other. We were not in a good space. We are kind of sort of in a good space, and that's only because I'm pregnant. But still, I have my days when he still gets on my nerves, and he does it purposely. And living here in Indiana for a part of my second, being grown, about to get ready to have a child. I already learned in Michigan, right, about work, how the world works, right? But coming here, it's I'm from a small town, you know what I'm saying? So now that I'm here, it's everything is this place is a little bigger than where I'm from. But at the same time, it's still is from what I learned from Michigan is I can apply it to here, and it's very hard to not come out of character towards some of these people. It's really hard not to come out of character towards these people. And maybe that's just something that needs to happen. As I was saying, so I'm 20 weeks pregnant. With all that being said, I'm 20 weeks pregnant. I know I said that because I'm happy, I'm excited. I'm 20 weeks pregnant, and they were trying to tell me that I'm 24 weeks pregnant. I didn't believe nothing that these people were saying. And when I first found out that I was pregnant, it took me a while to go to the hospital because I really was thinking about, at first, I'm not going to lie, I wanted to give my baby up because me and my husband wasn't in a good space, and I was actually planning on leaving him. So, I mean, it still might happen. So yeah. So I am 26 years old. I'm from Benton Harbor, Michigan, and I moved here to Indiana about 4 years ago. And so far it's been nice. It's okay. And when I say nice, I'm really if you could rate each state you go to, and for each state you could rate each town, each city that you happen to come across, and the people you've come across, and the things that has happened, transpired, I give it a solid C. A solid C minus. And I'm going to just say, because rent is 3 or 4 times higher here. Inflation has begun. We voted for a man named Biden to be in office, and he really, I don't know what he has done. I feel when he was on, it's too much going on. Inflation's making everything go up. You know what I'm saying? So me becoming pregnant was it was becoming a thing of should I do this? Will I be able to take care of the child type, you know what I'm saying, type of situation. And I knew I wasn't going to be alone in doing it, but I was like, should I birth a child into this world knowing all what I know with the knowledge that I have, and will I be able to birth the child? Like, will my body be able to physically take it? I always thought that I could. I knew I could get pregnant. My doctors always told me there was really nothing wrong with me, you know, except that I was big. That I needed to lose some weight, yeah, due to these guidelines of what the world put on. Baby, you big to everybody if you're big, period. Some people just, you know what I'm saying, that's just the way they go. There's some things that these people tell you. Anyways, so like I said, I'm 20 weeks pregnant. When I found out I was pregnant, I was at work. I took a pregnancy test at the beginning of January, and I had my last menstrual cycle. And see, a woman knows her body. So I'm saying all this to say that I knew, basically. So remember that I'm saying that I knew that I was pregnant at some point, and I could tell when, because my body started changing drastically. Like, I could just feel it. So at the beginning, my last period was in November. I went off in November. December, what else? December and January. December I was fine. January at the beginning I was fine. But me and this girl, she kept talking pregnancy, like pregnancy this, pregnancy that. Would you be sad if you can't have no kids? And I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm the type of person, I'm like, it is what it is. Either I'm gonna have a baby or I ain't. Either my husband gonna give me a baby or he ain't. Yeah, I know it's nothing wrong with me, but either it's gonna happen or it's not gonna happen, because we have relations with each other, and we don't use protection, you know what I'm saying, because I've been with this young man for such a long time. And at first I didn't want no kids, so you know what I'm saying, it was just like I was on birth control and stuff like that. Like, I wasn't trying to have no kids in high school. Like, that just wasn't me. It just wasn't what I wanted to do. Nor did I want to be married to him, because I felt like he wasn't ready to be married. So, you know what I'm saying, I knew that nothing was wrong with me, because I was smaller before and healthier, I'm pretty sure, way healthier, and I was basically still figuring life out. And now I'm like, I'm here, I'm pretty sure I can take care of a child now. I know the things that I can do, who my child is going to be around, what I'm going to teach my child, type of things. Like, I'm firm in what I believe, right? So I began to feel sick like mid-January. Like, it just felt like all the stuff. I was working at Domino's at the time, helping my husband. I was assistant manager, and at the time I was like feeling really weird. Like, I could just feel it in my body, like something was changing in me. And then me and this girl had been talking before mid-January. We was talking like late December and the beginning of January, of how, like, pregnancy and stuff like that. So she was talking pregnancy, like, you just, yeah, I'm gonna have a baby, blah 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 blah. She just kept talking, like, kept saying some shit. She was basically trying to wish up on me, because blah 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 blah, because of the stuff that I was saying. I was basically saying that it was like she was trying to do voodoo. Right, you know what I'm saying? Keep speaking about it, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna go into existence, and that's not really voodoo. But to a certain point, if you continue to say certain type of things, like, you can manifest it, right? So I kept saying that I didn't want to have any children by my husband at the time, because like I said, me and him was in a horrible space. We kind of still are. We working on it. And the only reason why we working on it is because well, I feel like I'm more so working on it because I have to speak up and I have to say a lot of things, and that's only because yeah, that's just the type of person that I am. He's not like that. He's never grown up in an environment like that. He's more so of a people pleaser. Um, and I'm not. I used to be, and then I just was like, you know what? Fuck these people. Actually, I feel like I always been like, fuck these people, because I was very aware of how these people um, will talk about me, even at a young age. So I was like, you know what? Fuck these people, and they did once. Because even if you some kin to me, I don't give a fuck. Because I could just only imagine how you got treated, and now how you acting, and now look how you treat me. It just shows. So you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's a people pleaser, so he does a lot of people pleasing except for to the person that he supposedly wants to be with. So I wasn't in a good space to want to say, yeah, like, I'll have your baby, but I always said that if I was to have a child with anybody, it'd be him, right? Because I feel like he'd be a good father to his children and do right by me, like paying child support or whatever needed to happen. Because if he didn't, I just was going to make him pay child support either way it went. And I know you like make. I have a lot of evidence of what this man has done, and I post videos. I post the videos here on YouTube, which this will be going up on, and I've made it known the type of person that he is. So you know, and I've had to call the police on him, and I'm pretty sure they have it in records, recorded somewhere. You know, so I'm not stupid. And then also went to the hospital before after incident. So yeah, I know some may think like, why would you have a baby by this person? Because I didn't really know anybody else to have a baby with. Like, I always wanted a child, so I mean, that's what I was going to be doing because I wanted to. It's my decision. I could do whatever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want, and that's just, you know what I'm saying, that the end of that. If you want to question me more, get into it. I mean, we can have a deeper conversation and go deeper with it. But yeah, I lost my virginity to this young man. So I mean, I was like, yeah, he's gonna be the person that gives me a baby. You know what I'm saying, or more babies if I wanted them. I could see myself being in that type of predicament. And if he wasn't going to be a good father, I mean, it just was going to be let known to the world that he's not a good father, or whatever the case may have been, or wasn't a good spouse. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they may say some people bring that out of you, and I didn't do nothing to bring nothing out of nobody. You was already like that. And you know what I'm saying, you may want something different, so that's probably why you acting how you acting. Anyways, as I was saying, I started feeling sick. She was telling me like, oh, are you going to, would you be sad if you can't have kids? And I'm like, no, I really wouldn't. Like, you know what I'm saying, how the world is today, it's fucked up. If I do have children, my children are going to know. They're going to be knowing of everything, and everyone's around them, everyone that I've been around, they're going to know that these people are not good for them. They're going to know that what these people have done, because I'm going to tell them, and then they're going to grow up and they're going to see how these people are for themselves, and then they're going to decide, just like I did, not to fuck with these people, because your people kids really is how you teach them. I'm not going to teach my kids to hate anyone, but I am going to say you do not have to tolerate anyone's disrespect. Not even mommies, not even daddies, because mommy and daddies are not always right. Just to, and I'm gonna give my child the respect that it deserves very well, period. Any child that I have, any child that I come across, I'm not gonna be treating them like, oh, you're beneath me because you're younger than me or something like that, because kids know, like I knew, and I'm pretty sure my child is gonna know. I would never. I ain't never treated nobody like that, and I ain't gonna never start. Anyways, So me and her was having that conversation, and I was just like, telling her like, hell no, and I don't think right now would be the time to have kids by Kindle or whatever the case may be. And I said this to her before. Funny, I've said this to her before, and she's like, you know what I'm saying, just sitting there. We was smoking on this piece of, we was smoking. It was like a drug that's illegal, but it's not harmful. It's grown from earth. And I don't think hers was grown from earth. I don't even know what that was we were smoking. She was just trying to get conversation out of me, like, girl. Anyways, as we sitting there in my car, because of course this person don't have a car. We sitting there in my car, and we discussing this. We kind of running late from picking her up because I had to go get her from the house she's staying at. And while we were there, while we were in the car sitting there, I was telling her all this stuff or whatever the case may be, and people start forming their own opinions, like, because they don't even fucking know me. They probably like, oh, this bitch is gonna be sad if she can't have kids. And no, the fuck, why the fuck would I? Why? I'm gonna go live my life somewhere and be happy that I ain't had no kids, because maybe that's just what needs to not happen. It's for me not to have none. And if I get pregnant, okay, I can have kids, and I'm gonna deal with it. I wanted kids before, but if I can't have them, why would I be like pressed and sad or depressed? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I be depressed about it? Why would I be sad? Why would I get like into a run of funk? Like, I'm not that type of person. I get into runs of funk about like people dying, but I've come to realize that people gonna die. So now I'm like, that shit is gonna happen. After that, I want to say mid January, I started feeling sick. My body felt weird. Women, listen to your body. If you've been having unprotected sex with your spouse, your significant other, the person you're sleeping with, and you're not on birth control either, so neither one of y'all basically are using protection, and your body starts to get sick out of nowhere, 9 times out of 10 you're pregnant. So I was pregnant, but I had took a pregnancy test because me and that girl had so many conversations, and I was just trying to, she kept throwing up and shit, and I'm like, bitch, if you're throwing up, I don't know, you could be pregnant or whatnot. But then I found out this bitch she's a little alcoholic, and she smoked blacks. So, you know what I'm saying, little alcoholics probably get drunk in the morning or whenever. I don't know the girl lifestyle. So, you know what I'm saying, my husband would be like, yeah, she be getting drunk, blah, 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 blah. Ain't no telling what conversations him and my husband and the girl boyfriend had, and what they done did, and how much they've hung out while I wasn't around, or what they've said about whoever. I don't give a fuck. Never will, never. I'm just saying, don't know the context behind that. But he would be like, yeah, she's drunk. And I'm like, you're thinking to myself, how the fuck you know that? Then I'm like, you know what? I don't even give a fuck how you know it, because that ain't even none of my business. And that's the type of person I am. If it ain't none of my business, baby, I'm minding mine. Unless somebody like is pleading for help, like, and bleeding from the head, and like I can see the person literally kicking your ass, I'm calling the police, because why the fuck are you doing that? Like, and why the fuck you ain't call the police yourself or something? But sometimes people don't have enough time to call the police, or something like that. But if I see some shit like that, I'm gonna do something about it, definitely, off top. I don't give a fuck. And if I have my gun, I'm gonna shoot that bitch in the air, and if he don't get to scatter and come to, or he or she get to coming towards me, you're getting popped. That's why I got a gun. I'm sorry. That's why I got mace, taser, and a gun. Something gonna happen to you, and all three might happen. Anyway, so, you know what I'm saying, I started feeling sick. And so after that, I was like, okay, I couldn't come to work because I threw up pineapples. I said, okay, I'm sick, I need to go home. And so I went home, and I would try to come back to work, but I was feeling so weak. I was like, I might as well stay home because I'm not gonna be able to come in. Next thing you know, all February I was fucked. I was bedridden. I couldn't keep anything down. I was looking up shit. You know what I'm saying? When I got a little bit of energy that I had, and during so I would like look up stuff like the flu and all that and COVID and shit like that, right? So I'm like, okay, I don't have COVID. I know I got acid reflux, and I kept throwing up stuff, and I kept having that bitter taste in my mouth, and so I'm like, okay, I may have the flu. And then I looked up how long the flu lasts, and that bitch said like about a week or a week and a half, and I'm like, bitch, it's been like 2 weeks. On that third week of February, I knew I was pregnant, but I didn't want to tell nobody. And me and my husband had been joking around like, oh, you're pregnant, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, this bitch must know I looked this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Type. But I ain't had said nothing to him. I had been looking this shit up. I just kept saying, no, I ain't pregnant. No, I ain't pregnant. And the whole time I was pregnant. But I knew in my head that I was pregnant, but I just was denying it out loud. I was like, yo, I was just about to leave this nigga like here. And now I feel like these bitches trapped me because I told him I didn't want to have his kids at Domino's. And I knew them bitches was listening to us because listening and watching. Like, these bitches is fucking clowns. All the people from Domino's, the CEOs, the owners, some of the employees, bitch, y'all fucking clowns. And so was this clown ass nigga for working there. And another clown that I know that's in my family. Y'all was clown as fuck. There was goofy shit. A Kiki laughable, because how they treated you towards the end very much shows, because y'all thought y'all had a bitch and y'all didn't, because I have to show y'all that I really don't give a fuck about none of y'all, and it's just gonna have it is gonna be like that every time, because I just don't. Kill me, do something about it, do something. I bet you, hopefully they didn't think putting a baby inside my belly was gonna give me any type of discourage me from what I want to do. It's not, because I said I wanted a child before, and I was dead serious, and I was also dead serious about not having a child and not giving this man one. But it is what it is. It happened, and now when my child get here, I'm gonna make sure my child knows about each and every last of one of these individuals, and my child won't be going around too many people. Period. As soon as my child come back and tell me anything, I'm gonna tell my child that is not true. That's fake. Especially if it's fake. I'm gonna let my child know. I'm gonna be real. Keep it real 100 with my child. Keep it a whole buck. I'm not even gonna play no games. I don't give a fuck who you is. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, grandma. I don't give a fuck. My child is gonna know, and it's gonna know not to like you. Not all people are good. It don't matter what race, what color you are. Not all of them are good, and it's gonna be hard to see because people wear fake masks all the time. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. So I was feeling sick and all, you know what I'm saying. And so in March, I took a pregnancy test and I found out I was pregnant. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep the baby, because at first I was like, I'm gonna get this baby up. I don't even like my husband. I still don't like him right now. I love him. I just don't like him. He hasn't changed really. So I mean, there's nothing for me to really like. To be likable. And it's really not me. It's just that you as a person, you gonna learn as you grow up. There's not a lot of things that you're gonna like about people, and that's okay. You can still love them, but there's not going to be a lot of things that you like about them. Like, I don't like things that he does, and those things he has not changed, and so I just won't like him for him. I mean, I won't give too much care or thought into it until there's an issue, and then I'll bring it up. But I mean, I'm not going to be stressing about it. Like, why would I do that? So, you know, I had went to Planned Parenthood finally after March 8th when I found out that I was pregnant. and they were trying to like be. I went to Planned Parenthood, and these motherfuckers was acting like they didn't even want me to have an abortion, if like not to even think about an abortion. Like y'all had known, like they've known. I was sitting up there crying, thinking to myself like I should get an abortion because I really don't like this man. Like I was like thinking horrible thoughts, and I know this may sound horrible of me as a person, as a woman, but I was like, I do not want to have a baby by this man. He's a narcissistic, he's manipulative, like, and he's abusive, mentally, physically, verbally. Like he says and does stuff to try and really mess with my mental because somebody did that him like that, and now he's trying to do me like that. And I'm pretty sure only people who's done him who have done him like that is his mother, because that's really his mother and his grandmother and the people he's been around his whole entire life. Because I only known this man for not his whole life, but his high school years and a little college and a little life after that. But that's not that long from growing up in a constant state of being disrespected and being told you have to do this and all this other type of stuff. Because I never said you have to do anything. I gave you a choice. You know what I'm saying? Even though you made choices with those people because you could have disobeyed them, still you probably had some type of resentment towards them, and now he was full blown taking it out on me. Still does some right now to this day. So you know, he still got that to deal with. Me on the other hand, my mom always was like, I don't give a fuck about your this, that, and the third. So that's why I have this mentality, but I still care. You know what I'm saying? I'm still compassionate towards others. I still understand the way the world works and know that I don't want to play with somebody's mind. I don't need to manipulate nobody. I don't got to make nobody do nothing. I don't got to be around nobody. I can take care of myself. If I have a baby, I can take care of me and my baby. There's ways to do it. Or I can give up my baby if I don't feel like. There's options, basically. And I'm not the type of person that'll just... I think about all the options, and at that time I was thinking about like I should probably abort this baby because me and him are not in a good space. So that's what I was going to be doing. I was thinking about it and I was crying, and then I was like, something just snapped in me, and I was like, it was nothing that he done, but it was just like something in me was like, why give your baby up because of something that a child that you did want in the past, but you started to not want later on down the road because of our situation. But why steer away from that just because of the person? And I was just like, I don't gotta give my baby up. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to. I can if I want to, or I can give the baby solely to him and then just decide to go have a child with somebody else and move on, or adopt a child or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, or open up a foster care or anything like that. So, you know, or just follow my dreams and go be a CNA, a home health aide, and travel, stuff like that. But anyways, when I was at Planned Parenthood, they were acting like I couldn't give up my child, and I didn't know how many weeks I was. When I went there, they tried to tell me I was 17 weeks. I knew that was a fucking lie. I was probably like 12 weeks. 12 weeks at max. Because then I had to wait to go to the hospital. But I kept going to the hospital because I was feeling either sick, something happened. Some situations happened. I'll make another video and I'll post that. But some situations happened and now I got sick, so I had to go. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is really real. Like, they try to, here in Indiana, they try to basically make me keep a child. Like, that is not none of your fucking, even Planned Parenthood. It looks like, yeah, you're 17 weeks. I didn't even tell them the full story of what was going on and what happened. And they basically was like, yeah, you'll have to travel all the way to Chicago. And I was looking at these bitches in their face like, you bitches know damn fucking well y'all ain't even asked me all the questions that y'all should have asked me. And I had to start asking y'all questions. And come to find out, you gotta pay for an abortion. This shit cost about like $1,000. These people in these songs be knowing what the fuck they talking about, because they be trying to make girls go get abortions, even though they out here raw dogging because they don't want to wear no fucking condom. Anyways, and the girls ain't using protection as well. They're not on birth control, so they trying to get pregnant. Anyway, so that happened, and now um I'm having a boy, and I'm 20 weeks, and I finally figured out all the stuff that I know, and I'm happy, and that I'm gonna be having a son. I still have other concerns, so I'm gonna post about those as well. But I'm about to bring this video to a close because I only wanted to make like a 30-minute video, and it's now 30:12. So you know what I'm saying. I appreciate whoever watches this, and I'm just gonna post it. It doesn't matter if it gets any traction, and I'm posting it because this is how I feel, and I want it to be evident. I want my child to know. I want my child to be able to see and know how I was feeling at the time. And yeah. So if it hurts you, my child, if you're watching this, I do love you. I always have loved you. I always will love you. These are just options, and I know it sounds so hard to hear, but these are things that women, my son, have to go through. And as a woman, as your mother, I'm going to teach you a lot. Trust me, because you will not be like majority of these people that are going to tell you how you should and how you shouldn't be acting, because your mother is going to know best, and I'm going to be your best friend to the end, and it's just on period, and I'm going to have your back through whatever. So it's going to be fuck the world, it's going to be me and you, baby, period. If you make it out of my womb alive. That's the key. Alright, so I'm gone. I just thought I'd say that. And I love you, son. You're going to be named after your father. So you're going to be a junior. And this is our first child. His and mine. So we're going to do the damn thing. We're going to do what we have to do. I'm going to do what I have to do as a woman. And I'm going to teach you about women's rights. And I'm going to teach you how they treat men too. And how they got the world. How they got some of our men, the complexion of our skin, and majority of the other men fucked up in this world, how they treat y'all, and how they try to make y'all feel belittled about everything that y'all do. And it ain't gonna be you, my son. Trust me. I ain't gonna let you feel that pressure until you get older. You gonna feel it, but you ain't gonna be worried about these hoes. And that's just on period. I'm gonna make sure that. Period. Fuck whiteys. And the one and they know what the ones I'm talking about. Period.